Okay, so today's video is going to be a little different. I want to try something different with my channel, and I want to talk about some things that don't constantly revolve around society and its flaws. So I decided that I want to talk about one of my favorite roguelikes right now, Dead Cells. Dead Cells is honestly one of the most creative and intuitive games I've ever played. I've never experienced a game with so much creativity put into every little detail. From the story all the way down to the gameplay and combat aspects, it truly just is an amazing game. But I'm not really here to review the game, I'm more or less here to share my experience with the game. So starting off, Dead Cells is one of the few games that I am currently playing that is constantly being updated without taking up half of my SSD drive. I discovered Dead Cells a little bit later last year while browsing through random games on Game Pass. I remember looking at the trailer for it and seeing the really appealing art style of it, and I was like, well, let's give it a try. And at first, like every roguelike, I died a couple of times, but then something happened. I managed to defeat the first boss, the concierge. Then I beat the timekeeper, and eventually I beat the Hand of the King. And I felt an incredible sense of achievement and accomplishment. After defeating the Hand of the King, I realized I had only scratched the surface of the game because I had only achieved my first boss cell. So, upon realizing that, I realized that the little amount of month that I had left for my Game Pass subscription would not be enough for this game. So, I immediately went on Steam, and luckily I had just caught Dead Cells on the sale, so I bought the game. I want to backtrack a little bit, and I want to talk about the many updates that come to Dead Cells. Disregarding the great DLCs that have been added, they also add in a bunch of different updates that just have many different crossover items and really great things from other games. The first update I experienced live was the Everyone is Here Volume 2 update, and that was the first update where I realized, wow, these developers are really passionate about this product. The amount of stuff that they put in these updates really is amazing. And the fact that this development team is only 8 people, that's insane. When I play personally, I tend to sway more towards a survival build because, well, I suck, I get hit a lot, and I need more health. Coincidentally though, a lot of my favorite weapons are in the survival category, such as the baseball bat, the ice crossbow, the ice shards, throwable objects, and if I'm feeling confident, the ukulele. In brutality, I do like this category, but sometimes I get a little nervous when I get close to the enemies, but some of my favorite weapons in this category are the katana, the Hayabusa gauntlets, and the Sadist stiletto. And then there's tactical. I'm trying to improve with this class. Even though I have over 100 hours in the game, I still struggle with this a lot. But the main drawback for me is that, well, I die in like 3 to 4 hits, and I get hit at least 10 times in a run. But I do enjoy using the Sonic Carbine, I love using the Killing Deck, and also the Magic Missiles. When it comes to skills and traps, I particularly am fine with using any of the traps except for the garbage emergency door. If you use this, you're throwing. As far as grenades, I'm fine with them, I guess. I tend to use the cluster grenades because they're really good at ad clearing, so it really helps me when I'm in a lot of sticky situations. But I also like to run the stun grenade and the root grenades with the baseball bat. And then there's mutations. I'm just gonna go to my relatively go-to build, which is velocity and get rich quick to accumulate gold, and then I switch to gold plating on the last level so that when I get hit, I survive longer. There is countless combinations of loadouts that you can do, and I could try, but I would not be able to cover them all. I don't think anyone could. And I think that creativity that you can have with the game is what makes the game so special. However, despite all the praise I have for this game, it still is one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. But no matter how much I get so mad and I want to uninstall, I just keep coming back for more. Like, I swear, it's so addicting. I know before going in that there's probably a 90% chance that I'm going to get upset because I die at something that I could have easily avoided, but I got too greedy and I just did too much. But that's the thing though. those times where I'm greedy and it actually works out makes me keep going. I persist because the feeling of defeating the hand of the king is immensely gratifying. Despite all that, I think Dead Cells is very fair. Very rarely have I felt like there was absolutely nothing I could have done to avoid death. That is the type of difficulty that I want when I play a game. Lastly, I want to touch on the music of this game. And this honestly could be a whole nother video again, because I love the music in this game. I am very picky about the songs that enter my rotation in Spotify, yet Dead Cells songs have consistently been in my playlist since I discovered that they were on Spotify. The music is just so ranging from calming music all the way to action-packed themes. I mean, I'm listening to the music right now as I edit this video. I will defend that Dead Cells has some of the best background music that has ever been made in history. Never have I been able to find music that I can listen to while I'm working out, but I can also listen to while I'm studying. Motion Twin has provided me with more hours of enjoyment in a $30 game than most AAA games have in recent memory. Dead Cells serves as a reminder to the gaming industry that it is still steaming with passion and innovation. I find it so funny when people make claims that gaming is dying and passion is dwindling. And while that may be true on the AAA and corporate level, the indie scene is thriving. Small teams determined to bring their passion and their visions into real life is honestly what gaming is built off of. And I think Dead Cells is a prime example of this. If you haven't played this game, I highly recommend it, unless the idea of having the exact perfect build that you have wanted for such a long time and then dying right on the final boss doesn't really appeal to you, then I'd say skip out on this game. But yeah, I had fun making this video and I had fun getting the footage for this, so I think that I'm going to try to do this a little bit more just so I don't get bored doing the same thing over and over again and constantly looking through Twitter and losing faith in humanity. Thank you for watching, and Motion Twin, if you happen to see this, please put the Return to Castlevania soundtrack on streaming platforms. Thank you very much.